me tienes deseándote, toda la noche imaginándote, por el cuello besándote y por la mano agarrándote, que conmigo tú te vas a hacer algo más que no puedas olvidar. Conmigo hacer sentir lo que no has sentido con alguien más. Conmigo tú te vas a hacer algo más que no puedas olvidar. Conmigo vas a sentirte mejor. Baila, baila, baila.
Okay. I can take it out, right? ¿Qué tal, mi gente? Latinos todos. Gente de Venezuela, gente de Puerto Rico. ¿Cuántos habláis español aquí? ¿Cuántos habláis español? Levantad esas manos bellas. Guys, my name is Chef Jose Andres. I cook for the few, and when I can, I show up. And with a team of cooks, we cook for the many.
Yes.
Gracias a ti. And I'm going to try to make it short because I really want to listen to what Dr. Biden has to say, and also what Cassandra has to say, an amazing Puerto Rican that will share with us her experience. But I want to share my experience with you very quickly of why you are here, of why you need to go away from here and start calling friends and people that you know are on the fence of who they should be voting for. And the message we have is a message of empathy and a message of hope, not a message of hate. You know, I remember 3 years ago landing in Puerto Rico. 3 days after Maria had a devastating impact on my beautiful island, because I may be from Spain, but Puerto Rico is my island too now. And let me tell you what I saw. I saw 3.7 million American Puerto Ricans in the Caribbean, a beautiful part of America right there, forgotten. When we got a president that landed in the island and the thing he decided to do was throwing tower papers like it was a basketball. What I saw was lack of empathy. You know one thing? We cannot choose what disaster is going to hit us next. But we can be choosing who are the leaders that you know will show up in the dark times to be next to us. And that person we know is Vice President Biden and Senator Kamala Harris. So, this is what we're going to do, people. Everybody's talking about President Trump loving Latinos. If President Trump will love Latinos, he will not try to be deporting right now Cubans and Venezuelans that they came to America hoping that somebody will open them a door. He's trying to put them away. If he loves Latinos, he will not have more than 500 children separated from their families. Latinos, we are family, and we take care of our family. If you touch one Latino, you touch all of us. That's why you are here today, to listen to Cassandra, to listen to Dr. Biden. But you're here today to, when you leave this parking lot, in the next 48 hours, you're going to vote if you didn't. You're going to call friends and tell them, I need you to believe in what I believe. I need you to believe that we need to put somebody with love, empathy, care. Somebody that talks about bringing America together. We, the people, all together moving forward. You are going to be telling everybody, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris are the people we believe for. And together we will move America forward. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And now I'm going to pass it to a person I'm very inspired knowing about her story because she was working as a waitress in Puerto Rico before Maria. And she's here now in Florida with us. Thank you, Cassandra, for sharing with Dr. Biden, myself, and our friends your story. Can you help me give a big round of applause to Cassandra?
Hello, everyone. In this evening, my name is Cassandra Santiago. I was born in Puerto Rico, and I'm a single mother, and I moved here to Kissimmee after Hurricane Maria. Before the hurricane, I had a job as a waitress in a local chain restaurant. After the hurricane, we lost 2 of those locals and had to reduce the employer's hours. Due to that, I couldn't support my son and myself anymore and decided to move to Florida. We lost everything. The apartment was flooded. We lived without running water for weeks and a month without even a hot meal. The hospital ran on generators and the schools are still not in a good shape. The way Donald Trump treated us broke my heart. We are American citizens too. It did not have to be that bad, and it would not have been that bad under any other president. I couldn't support my family here, so I came here to build a life for us. I'm proud of how far we have gone. My son and I are doing good, and he's adjusting good. I found a job at Disney World, being a fairy godmother in training, doing little girls' makeover. I love my job, but unfortunately, because of COVID, that role is not gonna be there anymore. Right now, I'm under a furlough law and still waiting to be placed back at work. Despite these difficulties, I'm still hopeful, and I hear Joe Biden has a lot of work for us in Puerto Rico. He gives me hope that we're gonna get the help that we need because he cares. I saw Joe Biden tweet about saying how us Latina are the heart of the community and that we deserve to get paid as anyone else doing the same job. It means a lot for me to have a president that is fighting for me and for all of us. Joe Biden is the chance for a better country. That's why I voted early. That's why I'm telling my entire family and friends here in Florida to please go out and vote. And I could talk all day about why Joe Biden should be our next president, but I will leave that to a woman that knows him better than me and anyone else. So now I present to everybody here, Dr. Jill Biden.
Tengo que besarte antes que se acabe. Baila, baila, baila. Ponle música pa' que esto no pare. Baila, baila, baila. Tengo que besarte antes que se acabe. Me gusta cómo te ves, moviéndote así.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Cassandra. You know, when I visited Puerto Santiago, it broke my heart. You know, I saw homes in shambles, school classrooms with water lines that were up to my shoulders. But I also saw the incredible strength in the communities that came together and tried to rebuild. And Cassandra, your family has endured so much, and you've shown your resilience. But you should have had some help from day one. And I promise you, if Joe has the honor of becoming your president, Joe will stand by you and your family and Puerto Rico. Jose, thank you so much for joining us as well. In the wake of disasters, many people step up to help as well. But you have gone above and beyond, creating an organization that has served people around the world in their darkest moments. So thank you so much for your support. So I also want to thank our good friend Bill Nelson, who's over here. Thank you, Bill. And I also want to thank my two granddaughters who are traveling with me today. They're over at Naomi, Natalie, and their friend Peter. Come on, wave. Come on, wave. You know, at the start of this campaign, I would never have imagined that I'd be speaking to a car rally, and yet, here we are. And I can't tell you how glad I am to be with all of you and see and hear so much excitement for Joe. As you might know, I teach writing and English at a community college. And over the course of this campaign, I've thought a lot about the words we use and the stories we tell to tell about our world. Donald Trump has always known the power of words. He has spent his lifetime attempting to lie and cheat his way into success, prestige, and most of all, profit. He tries to alter reality simply by renaming it. You know, anyone who stands up to him. After years of ignoring the destruction in Puerto Rico, now he says it's his. You know, he says Donald Trump is the best thing that ever happened to Puerto Rico. That's just wrong. And for months, he's tried to wish this pandemic away. And now he says that the virus has turned a corner, but the only thing that's turned is Donald Trump. He's turned his back on us. Donald Trump wants to tell you a story about this country, that truth doesn't matter, that decency doesn't matter, that our voices don't matter. He wants us to believe that that's who we are, angry and divided and deceitful. But he's wrong, isn't he, Kissimmee? I see you agree. Democrats and Republicans, factory workers and nurses, military parents and educators from across this country, we all want the same things. It's the same thing my grandparents wanted when they came here from Italy. The same thing my dad wanted when he came home from World War II and used the GI Bill to go to college. We all just want to work hard and make a good life for our families. But we can't do that right now. People can't do that because they're losing their jobs. And look how many loved ones we've lost. Because people are staying at home and working on the front lines without protection. We're worried about paying our bills and whether, our children are going to be safe when they go to school. We aren't divided. We're just trying to survive the chaos of Donald Trump's America. But while this president tries to talk his way out of responsibility, Joe Biden is a man of his word. Over the years of our marriage, a lot has changed. But I can tell you one thing that has never changed: the character of the man I married. He's the man who came home from Washington, D.C. every night to tuck in our kids into bed while I studied for my doctorate. He's the man who gives his cell phone number to grieving parents because he needs them to know that even though their hearts are shattered, they aren't alone. The man who went back to work just 4 days after our son's funeral because he knew that the American people needed their vice president. He's been knocked down, but he always gets back up. His strength of will is unstoppable. His faith is unshakable because it's not in politicians or political parties or even in himself. It's in the providence of God. It's in the potential of our country. It's in you. It's in us. Joe Biden will be a president for all Americans. And Joe has a plan to end this pandemic, to rebuild, to reimagine a future that's better than ever. So right now, I want to take you into Joe Biden's America. So picture it. It's a beautiful morning like today. You're sipping your coffee and you pick up the morning paper, and the headline isn't about some late-night tweet storm. It's about our children who will benefit from universal pre-kindergarten and more funding for our public schools. I love that. There must be a lot of teachers in this audience. Are there teachers out here? Thank you, teachers. And you turn on the television, and the anchors aren't talking about the spikes in the COVID virus. Instead, they're talking about making healthcare affordable and bringing down prescription drug costs for everyone. And we're rebuilding Puerto Rico's infrastructure and supporting its long-term recovery. And when those TV anchors cut to the President of the United States, you don't turn the channel. You call in your kids from the other room because you want them to hear what the President of the United States has to say. A commander-in-chief you can trust. An administration that brings people together instead of tearing families apart. A president and a vice president you can be proud of, who brings out the best in us. That's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And when they are in the White House, they will work for you, not themselves. They will listen and they will make sure that you have a seat at the table. But if we want to get to that future, then this is it. This is it, Florida. There are no do-overs. We can't sit back and watch what happens. We have to decide what happens. Your voices are more powerful than you know, especially here in Florida. If we win out here, there's no stopping us. So tell me, Kissimmee, are you ready to vote? today and then get involved. You only have 2 more days. I know you're busy. I know you're stretched so thin. But this election is too important not to do every single thing we can. So sign up for a weekend of action. You only have 2 days. God knows I'm counting down. 1 vote could be the difference between winning and losing a state. 1 state could decide our future for generations to come. Will you be that 1 vote? Will you join us now? Will you stand with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Because with you by our side, I know we're going to win on Tuesday. So thank you for all that you are doing for your communities. Thank you for showing up right now when it matters the most. And thank you, Florida, for your faith in an idea that's bigger than any one of us. And that is, we will build a better nation because we're going to do this together, Florida. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Aquí me tienes deseándote, toda la noche imaginando.